Welcome everybody to your Friday drive-by. Now I'm doing this one alone. Christian is not here because he already has left for our coaching meeting that we are hosting in Dallas this week. So we have our regular coaching and elite, which is going to be very fun. Right after this, I'm hopping on a plane and joining him. So with that being said, this is when we answer your questions, or I answer your questions. The number is 8333-ASK-SDR. That's 8333-ASK-SDR. And let's go to this week's question.
In this day and age where people are hard to come by, especially service advisors, how do I get my staff to become more professional, more on the ball when it comes to being a top service advisor? I have 4 advisors and I have about 20 techs in the shop and I have a dispatch. Let me know what I can do to help increase productivity and increase the level of skill that my advisors have without having to replace the advisors. Thanks.
Thanks for the question. A couple things right off the bat that stick out to me, and it's not what you're asking about, but it's kind of connected, is you don't have enough advisors for the amount of techs you have. So I think you're probably having your advisors write too many tickets. So usually a 3-to-1 average is a place to start, especially when you're trying to change the habits and the culture. And it would appear that you're running 5 techs to each advisor, which can be harder. Also, you're doing dispatch, which I know there's places out there still running dispatch, but man, that's a hard way to go. Everything, you got 20 techs going through one person. The dispatcher becomes the constraint. I would make that dispatcher the other advisor, personally, just me. So more advisors. The question you're asking though is complicated in the sense that there's no miracle pill. It starts with you. So it's the example that you set. It's also where you put your energy. So if you tolerate the things that you're trying to change, then they're going to continue. And so a big part of it is what you're willing to accept. When you're a new manager, sometimes you got to pick your battles and take things, in order of priority. But I would say having a good team of advisors is second to having a good team of techs. If you already have techs, then you're doing pretty good there. Then it's, what are you paying them? What sort of training are you giving them? What is the system that you have? How often are you having them ride an RO? So are you making appointments for them every 10 minutes, every 15, every 20? I personally do every 20 or 30 to give them more time to communicate with customers. You probably have them riding too many ROs, I'm guessing, which I'd like to have that like around 12, give or take. I didn't hear the brand, so I'm not sure what the brand is, but either way. Yeah. So there's a lot of things. The system you're running, how the appointments are processed, how the work is processed, all of those things add up to how the advisors perform. And so starts with you, and then it's what you tolerate and what you give energy to. So where you're rewarding behavior and where you're not tolerating behavior, and you have, a line in the sand of what you're willing to accept, how much training you're doing, and role playing and that sort of thing, and then the system around the advisors. And I personally always start with the system because form equals function. The system drives the behavior probably more than anything else, how often they're writing a customer, how the work flows, that sort of thing. And by having a dispatcher, I would guess most of those systems are probably antiquated and older. So hope that gives you some food for thought and some ideas. Thanks for the question. Remember, the number's 8333-ASK-SDR, and we will see you next time on Service Drive Revolution. Thanks for watching this week's Drive By. I hope we gave you something to think about over the weekend. We're uploading new stuff every day, so make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss out. If you have a question you'd like us to answer on the show, call 8333-ASK-SDR and we'll answer your question on the show. That's 8333-ASK-SDR. For special deals on our books and training, head over to offers.chriscollinsinc.com. Now that's offers.chriscollinsinc.com. I'm Chris Collins, and I'll see you in the next video.